Okay, so it is a question I get asked a fair bit. I'm not going to say everyone's asking it because I think whenever people say that, it's a little bit cheesy. But what do I eat in a day? I'm going to take you through that right here, right now. We have training day food, which is normally I just work this out kind of as long as I'm eating the same and I roughly know the calories. And if I eat more, I eat more. If I eat less, I eat less, depending on the phase I'm in. But for you guys, I put it in MyFitnessPal because people love that sort of data. So total calories for today are going to be just shy of 6,300, split over 5 meals, and then obviously my pre, intra, post shake. Protein is 424 grams, carbs 910 grams, and fat 108 grams. So meal number 1, I'm just going to get ready now. I will talk you through that as we go, because if I try and tell you what's in it, I'll probably forget something. It's more of I'm so kind of programmed to making it. But it is effectively a shake and steak and eggs. So let's get it in. So I start the day off with 100 grams of spinach, there or thereabouts, 100 grams of blueberries, 50 strawberries, and around about 50 raspberries. I love fruit. I would eat this, but it's just simpler. I'm not a massive fan of greens, if I'm honest. But a really good way to get a load of vitamins, micronutrients in first thing. And I'll have that with a scoop of Meal Max and Digest Max and glutamine, which I will get out in a second. And because this is all frozen and I want to drink it pretty much straight away, I'll just pour some boiling water on it. Because even with that, it can still give me brain freeze. I'm a pussy. So I have 100 grams of Meal Max, which, for those who don't know, is effectively a meal replacement shake. But this isn't replacing a meal, this is just adding to a meal. So really easy, convenient calories. Tastes good, especially mixed with the fruit. This is vanilla flavour. So yeah, I can't off the top of my head remember the exact macros, but I think there or thereabouts 100 grams is kind of 60 grams of carbs, near on 20-ish, 25 grams of protein, maybe 10 grams of fat. So you can see how, that would make a nice meal. The nice thing about it as well is it mixes so smooth, and it's all from whole foods, so it doesn't feel like some of those old school math shakers which are just full of processed shit. We have vanilla, Digest Max to complement that. So Digest Max being a probiotic and gut health product, and also, not that I need any help, but it helps do some wonderful shit. 10 grams of glutamine, and then the secret ingredient, which is raw ginger. Now, I read something on raw ginger many years ago about its benefits for digestive health, immune health, and granted it was just one article, could have been complete bullshit, #fake news, but touch wood, I don't get ill very often, and given how much my digestive system gets pounded, it's running pretty well. So in this shake I have 20 grams of roughly chopped raw ginger. I reckon that's a bit more than 20 grams, but I'll just be healthier today. Let's see, 122. Yeah, it's about just like a favourite coffee shop. That's just for flavour, if I can even taste it. Job's a good one. Nothing makes you as aware of how you drink, breathe and eat as having a camera near your face. So apologies if that was a bit disgusting. So I don't cook any of my meats. I get it from the transformation chef, and I just realised I've got to get this out. I've got some in the fridge, so I'm hoping I've got enough for my first meal. But this is just a plain chicken breast, and it tastes damn good, really good quality, and very convenient. Less mess, less cooking, less time wasted or spent. So that's that, and then I also get their steak, which I have 120 grams of with this meal. So 4 whole eggs, 120 grams of steak. That only needs to go in for a few seconds just to heat up. Black coffee, add the shake, and then that'll be meal 1 done. Yeah, I think the total calories, I haven't done it per meal I'm afraid, but I think off the top of my head this was about just over 1,000 calories. And roughly each meal is at least 1,000 calories today. Obviously, 5 meals, 6,200 calories with the intra-workout, so yeah. Simple maths. So breakfast done, go over there, have my pills, and then it's get changed, get to work. The final thing I have before I get ready before I go upstairs is during work block 1, I will sip upon Lipid Max 1 serving, Support Max Joint 1 serving, and Glutathione Max 1 serving. Just put them all in together because they taste nice on their own and fine together, but otherwise I would be drinking many drinks. And I'm not really going through all my supplements because these are out. Lipid Max, one of the best cholesterol supplements out there. Support Max Joint, funnily enough, for your joints, and then Glutathione Max for liver, but also good for immune support as well. So those 3, certainly not essentials for anyone or everyone, but if blood work shows that liver readings or cholesterol's a bit off, those 2, not a bad first port of call. Right guys, you join us for meal 2, which is going to be 150 grams of jasmine rice, 200 grams of Transformation Chef chicken, so that's cooked weight, and some green beans, some tomatoes, and then for fats I have 20 grams of extra virgin olive oil. All that with a little bit of Nando sauce. So that is going to be going down in about 15 minutes time once it's cooked. Until then I'll just fiddle and faff about. Right, so here we have 150 gram rice, 200 gram chicken, 20 gram olive oil, 30 gram Nando sauce, some green beans, some tomatoes, and what I forgot to mention earlier was 1 kiwi fruit and 1 Nutri-Grain bar. Total calories again sitting just above 1,000 if my memory serves me correctly. So I have this, or very similar, I have this exact bowl, chicken and rice, green beans, tomatoes, as my last meal of the day also. with some more fruits and some other bits there, which we will cover later. So now let's see if the internet works and we can watch some YouTube. Anyone be doing anything worth watching?
Bacon.
Good.
Because I didn't want the normal breakfast because it had like pudding on it and I didn't like it.
Surely you could have swapped.
Chocolate muffin. It gets like deeper, but it gets all the dead skin off.
Black coffee after training. I would have shut my pants on the spot. Right, so pre-workout meal time, guys. This is 125 grams of cream of rice, 70 grams of Velocaway. Cream of rice flavour, for those interested, is trained by JP, and it is the salted caramel, and then the Velocaway white chocolate caramel, bit of cinnamon, bit of salt, one Rice Krispie square bar, and one banana will get chopped up on the top in a minute. And I'll also do all my pre-intro and post sups, get them ready to roll once I've mixed this in. So we'll go through those in a second. Right, pre-workout, into the supplement cupboard we go. We have got Stimumax Pro, some EAAs, some cyclic dextrin. I really have no idea why, but I keep my creatine in the fridge. And some creatine. So, one serving of this is 12 grams. Let's see how much this clump weighs. 11. Then nice 8 grams of creatine. This is where I try not to make a mess, but and then 15 grams of EAAs in my pre. Probably don't have to be as accurate, but if you're going to weigh things, you may as well weigh them to the gram. And then 15 grams of that. So only a small amount of carbs in the pre-workout drink. Don't really need them for a lot of people, but I will be taking some pre-workout insulin, so I like to have there, and at this point it's just finding kind of easy ways of getting a few extras in. And I'll also, in that, for the potassium content, put in some low salt, again just from an electrolyte hydration standpoint. So that's the pre-workout. Post-workout, that can go away. We have Velocaway ISO caramel, very nice flavour, and some Vitago. So I'll have this pretty much 5 minutes after training, once my kind of breathing settled, although my breathing never settles these days, but once I've calmed down a little bit, and that just ties me over for the drive home, when I can then have my actual post-workout meal. So again, for most people, this will not be necessary, but for myself, consuming as I do, I like having it as a nice addition. And then I also put in some glutamine. As you can tell, I'm quite a fan of glutamine, mainly just for kind of gut health and digestion. So that goes there. Job is done on that one. And then last but not least, the intra workout. And we have Hydromax, Carb Max. These are both Carb Maxes, just different flavours. So I have 90 grams, which according to Mr. Rick at Strong is 3 servings. But obviously you just take what you need. So this is the lime. I don't have all 90 grams of the lime because I do find it a bit strong. So then I have the rest with just the raw flavour. Some very dramatic, oh dear. I'll just have to work 2 grams harder in the gym. But what would happen if I overdid it on prep? I would actually tip it out, just from a mindset point of view. I want to be perfect and not have it any level of overconsumption. So we're back on the Essential Max, just 10 grams here, because I've already front loaded in my pre-workout. And then a nice scoop, this normally works out, takes it to about 120 grams. There you go. Of Hydromax, so again, while I'm training, keeping hydrated. And now we can put it all away for another day. It's quite a project, but I like to think it's working. So yeah, that is our pre, intra and post. I will actually also put 2 grams of pink salt in with my intra workout as well. And there we have it. That's what goes around training. So pre-workout meal will go in now. And then by the time I finish that, get ready for the gym, drive to the gym. And then I'll probably start training about an hour after finishing that meal there. Cool, so ignore the dogs that are growling, they're just having a bit of beef. So post-workout meal, nice, simple, fast digesting. Chocolate Velocity, 70 grams of that. 150 grams of Frosties, 1 bagel with jam, works out like 40 grams of jam. And then 200 grams of pineapple. All very dramatic in this household right now. Yeah, no particular science behind this, outside of very fast digesting carbs, very fast digesting protein, tasty as hell. I know some of the old school guys have a bit of an issue with cereal and things like that, but especially when food volume is high, or food quantity is high, you want to keep volume fairly low. So why not do it with something you actually enjoy, like this. I do go through phases, sometimes I get sick of the sweetness, but right now, this is going down the treat. So we roll with it. And that's it, post-workout meal. This one works out to about, this is the highest calorie meal of the day. I think it's about 1,300 calories. So there you go. The dogs are very impressed. Good boys.
That hurts.
So then, meal number 5, which is also the final meal of the day, which is also very similar to meal 2. So we've got 150 grams of rice just waiting to boil there. Got a fresh pack of Transformation Chef chicken, so 200 grams of that. Some green beans I cooked earlier. some tomatoes, and then 20 grams of extra virgin olive oil, Nando sauce, and this time we have 1 apple, and on my plan that I've written, 4 rice cakes. However, these are quite moreish, and I do sometimes overeat. But it's my last meal of the day. Hashtag bulking, hashtag gains. That's where we're at. So, 13 minutes, that'll be done, and I'll be eating pleasantly before going to bed. Right guys, so you have now seen, once this goes down the hatch, everything that goes into me today. Does that sound a bit dirty? Maybe. We'll go with it. Anyway, every bit of food has gone into me today. So, 5 meals, what was it, 6,300 calories, pre-intra post-workout nutrition covered within that peri-workout window. And yeah, at the minute, I seem to be kind of gaining at a nice rate. If anything, a little bit kind of too quick, but food is at a comfortable level. I'm just going to roll with it, final push and all that. And in case anyone wonders, the reason I do 5 meals as opposed to some bodybuilders, a lot of bodybuilders do kind of 6-7 meals, is I am less focused on stressing about food through the day. 5 meals, you could get that in a day quite easily. It also gives me a longer period to digest, and I find I can eat more per meal than I could even if I broke it down into smaller, more frequent meals. So personal preference, as long as calories are in and macros are in across the course of the 24 hours, we are all good. So I'm going to finish this, and please, any questions about anything, why I do it, why I've eaten it, how I've cooked it, you know, I think we've pretty much covered it all, but ask below, comments, always good for the hashtag algorithm, like, and most importantly, if you could subscribe, that would be amazing. I hope you enjoyed it. Full day of eating. That's a wrap.